fans of Wild and Out find this style very funny, but there are a few people who feel differently, and
Oh,
Azalea
this bitch. What's happening, peoples? It's your boy Blaze here, back at you with another one for Venomous reactions. Man, don't mind me, I'm just a little animated. but no, we got this video from Trend Mix, and this is 10 too far moments for Wildin' Out. Now, everyone knows Wildin' Out. They're known for being off the wall, crazy, animated, just a good time on stage, but there have been times when I guess you could say they stepped a little bit out of the box and almost over the line. And I think I could think of like a few moments off the top of my head that should make this list. So we gonna check out 10 too far moments for Wildin' Out from Trend Mix. Let's see what made the cut. Now, let's go.
Created and hosted by Nick Cannon, Wild and Out is all about improv freestyle rap battles. The series puts
Facts.
two teams against each other in a series of games, which are all basically improvisational comedy games, with one team being captained by Cannon while the other one is led by a celebrity guest. The highlight of the show is the freestyle rap battle for the championship belt at the end of each episode, but especially during this last face-off, things get pretty heated. From insults that hit below the belt to highly inappropriate jokes, here are 10 Wild and Out moments that went too far.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Roasts have been a big part of celebrity culture for many decades, with Dean Martin starting the TV versions of them. While back then everything was heavily edited to make the roasts suitable for network broadcasts, the roasts shown on cable nowadays are far more explicit, with celeb participants being allowed to say pretty much anything. And anyone taking part in a roast should definitely grow thick skin beforehand, because some of the things said during those are not for the faint of heart. Most fans of Wild and Out find this style very funny, but there are a few people who feel differently, and Azalea
This bitch. Ugh. Azalea Banks. I already knew she was going to be on this list, but to start it off, I can see why. And I saw clips of that episode. Like, bro, she was just. Mm. No offense, Nick, man, but you could have got anybody else for that episode. Anybody else except uh, Azalea Banks. I wouldn't call her actually a woman. I would call her the Goomba from Mario with the worst lace front ever in history. And the reason why I say that is she comes off as the biggest internet bully. Like she says whatever and she doesn't expect people to have that same energy when it's returned to her. But when it's returned to her, she gets butthurt. Like, if you can't take it, don't dish it. But alas, she never learns.
Leah Banks is one of them. The hip-hop star appeared on the show back in 2018, but apparently she had no idea what she had gotten herself into. Banks is well known for not being afraid of speaking her mind, so when the participants
Obviously.
of the freestyle rap battle started making jokes about her color just as a warm-up, she called them all out. After speaking up on the show, Banks later went on Instagram to call the show out for going too far in their roasts. The hip-hop star thought that this wasn't comedy anymore, and said there had to be a line drawn before someone said something too offensive. Banks stated that she felt like the jokes had been pre-planned and that she had been ambushed with the racist behavior.
Out of all the things you said to people over the internet, people say one joke about one little thing. And I watched the clip of when DC talked about the situation. And hell, even with DJ Vlad video with Nick Cannon discussed the whole Azalea Banks situation. Oh my god. Like, both of them tried to be professional as hell. Even during and after the show. But alas, her mindset ain't well equipped for ain't it's not well equipped for anything except, oh, strike back, strike back, strike back, strike back with comments, strike back with comments. Ugh. And people wonder why I call her the hemorrhoid on the ass of life.
In 2015, Zenadiah appeared on Wild and Out, and Doughboy apparently took quite a liking to her, as he was willing to go topless for her during the game Talking Spit, where the team captains fill their mouth with water while members of the opposite team try to make them laugh and spit out the water. In this case, Zenadiah and Nick Cannon were the team captains, and in an attempt to make the show host laugh, Doughboy said that he had been working out since the previous season before wondering if Nick could tell that he had lost weight. Because the show host managed to keep the water in his mouth, Doughboy decided to take things a step further and took his shirt off to give Nick a better look. This worked like a charm, as Nick not only had to spit out his water, but also got up and ran away before coming back and grimacing at Doughboy's body.
Wow.
Hits below the belt are definitely allowed on Wild and Out, and celebrities
Of
shamelessly
course.
use the opportunity to constantly poke fun at Nick Cannon's love life. But when Shaquille O'Neal appeared on the show in season 7 and destroyed the show host during the freestyle battle, he took things a little too far. After Cannon called him a gay giant, Shaq clapped back by saying that Nick hadn't been the only one who made Mariah hit them high notes. This came shortly after Cannon and singer Mariah Carey had split up, with their
Ouch.
divorce being finalized a few months after the episode aired. While the audience and the rest of the participants thought this was pretty funny, Cannon immediately admitted his defeat, but it later turned out that the joke was on Shaq after all. As Cannon revealed in Wild Thoughts, when watching a clip of the battle, his ex-wife didn't find the joke very funny. In fact, the singer was so upset by the diss that she actually made Shaquille O'Neal apologize for it.
Yeah, that kind of was a backfire on Shaq. Like, even though it was funny at the time, but yeah, you know how Mariah is. When she's sensitive, yeah, she's gonna want that apology. And well, Shaq gave it to her according to Nick Cannon. So yeah, it was kind of a double edged sword. Like, it was funny, but it kind of backfired on Shaq at the same time. So that that had to suck.
DJ D-Rec is usually the one responsible for the beat, the bell, and the buzz during the games on the show. But in one
Facts.
episode, Nick Cannon decided to turn things around and called him onto the stage during a game of Pie or Die. In this game, each participant is given a word and has to use it correctly in a freestyle rap, gaining a
I
bell if they
remember this
manage to
one.
do so, and a pie in the face if they screw up the rap or use the word incorrectly. D-Rec reluctantly agreed, but just as he stepped on the stage,
Everybody loves pizza.
Oh, damn it, get this ad up
Payaso,
out of
we're
here.
creating the future.
Get this ad up out of here.
wondering why everyone around him was holding a pie. Despite giving his best, he never stood a chance to begin with, and after screwing up his rap during the second line, he found himself bombarded
Hey,
with
he
pies
tried.
from all
He
sides,
tried.
ending up with cream all over his face and head.
He tried
Back
though.
in
I ain't gonna
2013,
lie.
when Nick Cannon and Mariah Carey were still married, the singer made a surprise appearance on the show. The show host almost got into hot water after flirting with another woman during the game Let Me Holla. The goal of the game is to attract the female's attention in a comical way, with funny lines getting a bell and unfunny lines getting a buzz. After some of the other
Facts.
participants had delivered their lines, it was Cannon's turn to approach the young woman. However, just as he said, "What's happening, baby girl?" he was surprised by his wife, who
And
walked
da-
on
da-
stage,
da-
much
da-
to the
da-
delight
da.
of the audience. Showing off her body in a black crop top, black jeans, and a black jacket, the diva walked up to her husband and threatened to shut all this shit down. It was all in good fun, of course, and as Carrie mockingly shoved her
course.
husband away, the show host quickly went to a commercial.
I mean, I'm not even gonna front, man. even though, even though I'm mixed, I have mixed feelings about Mariah Carey. I mean, to to still look good, like figure wise, at her age, I can't even be mad at that.
Commercial break as he brought Carrie backstage. He later came back on stage, jokingly saying, "We gotta hurry this shit up before all of my stuff be out on the front lawn." The freestyle battles on the show often get heated, but in one episode things almost seem to get out of control between Chico Bean and Michael Rainey Jr. because of the character the latter portrays on Power. Nick Cannon kicked the battle off with a racist Yo Mama diss aimed at actor Jimmy O Yang, who clapped back by alluding to spending the last night with Cannon's girl. Following this exchange, Chico Bean stepped up, calling on Michael Rainey Jr., aka Tarek, and telling him that he was the most hated person in the hood after Donald Trump. While Chico kept pushing his finger on Rainey Jr.'s chest, he got pretty upset when the actor did the same while delivering his line, and Chico subsequently told his opponent that he would knock his ass out if he touched him again. A bit of a brawl ensued, but the other team members managed to calm them down before Bobby J called out Partisan Fontaine, and this heated wild style went back to being all in good fun again.
Okay, I didn't know that one. I guess I missed that. Episode, but come on now. You know, Michael Rainey Jr., Tariq from Power. I mean, of course, he's gonna portray that role on the show, but the fact that Chico Bean was about to give little Tariq the beats, man, yo, they better be thankful people was there to calm everything down, because it would have been a massacre, because Chico Bean, he don't play that.
As mentioned earlier, celebrities as well as regular participants on Wild 'N Out love to make fun of Nick Cannon's personal life, especially his relationship to singer Mariah Carey. However, model Amber Rose appeared to get a little too personal for Nick's taste during her appearance. After he compared her head to a Twinkie, the model decided to clap back by telling him she was on the show doing him a favor, just like Mariah, she's your career saver. Nick was pretty shocked and was left speechless.
Yeah, I remember
while
that
Amber
one.
Rose and the rest of the black team took home the title belt thanks to this insult.
Yeah, that was a major
years
Cannon
back,
shot.
model Black China
No pun intended, though.
appeared on Wild 'N Out, and Nick Cannon started off the freestyle battle between the teams by making fun of her ex Tyga, who had sparked controversy after starting to date Kylie Jenner when she was just 16 years old. Cannon then added that he didn't want to say anything bad about the model though, because he wanted to spend one night in China. While this might have seemed inappropriate to some members of the audience, things got even more inappropriate as the battle went on. After Christian made a sexual innuendo towards Emmanuel, the crowd cheered and most of the participants were laughing, but Carlos apparently felt different. He appeared to be pretty shocked by the revelation that Christian and Emmanuel had sexual relations, and jokingly announced that he didn't want to be on the same team as Christian anymore. And things went even further out of hand after that, before the red team was eventually handed the victory.
Carlos Miller is a
Late Night
fool.
Questions is a game on the show where the participants have to ask each other questions in bed, causing the other to be uncomfortable, and to add a twist they are given a topic. In this case, the topic for Conceited and Emmanuel was Nick and Mariah, and the show host was not exactly amused about having his private life be the butt of the joke yet again. And to add insult to injury,
Come on now. As many times as people talk about his love life, man, he should have been used to it by now.
aka Mariah, brought up Christina Milian, whom Nick Cannon had dated for 3 years prior to meeting Mariah. Shocked and obviously a little uncomfortable, the show host turned away and hid behind one of his team members.
Number one.
Conceited and Justina are two of the best freestylers on the show, but in one episode, Conceited went a little over the top during the rap battle, when he referred to him and Justina apparently spending the previous night together. While sexual innuendos are common on the show, Conceited made a very inappropriate joke about turning Justina's mouth into a daycare. When the two later watched a clip of the battle together, Justina commented that Conceited's diss was crazy and incredibly disrespectful, while calling it one of the best lines ever at the same time. Like many of us probably did at the time, she then began wondering what had gone through his mind when he came up with this line, and subsequently called him a sick fuck for that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to mute this one out. I'm not trying to get hit with a copyright claim, but yeah, that segment when Mariah came out, mm. That caught me by surprise. Like Nick was flustered. I mean, I don't care what people say. Like I said it once and I'll say it again. For Mariah Carey to look that that good still, figure wise, I salute it. Even though she is crazy as hell sometimes. Oh man. Yo. Yo, those were definitely two far moments in the history of Wildin' Out. And for the Michael Rainey Jr. and Chico Bean one, I'm shocked I missed that one. But whew, I can only imagine the tension like between those two. If like I said, if people didn't step in, oh man, Mm-mm-mm. Somebody would have got the beats off rip. And I'm not shocked that Azalea Banks is in there, considering how she acts and how she portrays herself online and in person. I mean, let's be real. I mean, Nick Cannon, Nick Cannon, DC Young Fly, they both discussed the matter in their own way. And they were both professional as hell about it. But for Azalea Banks to say what she said, even during the show and after the fact, mm, man, mm, if you don't know the whole story about Wildin' Out and Azalea Banks, trust me, look up clips about it. That will tell you any and everything. And then there's some of these stories, some of these segments and moments, and they were more comedic than too far, in my opinion. But I can see why they would be labeled as too far because, guidelines, network, guidelines and network. I mean, that says everything. But let me know what y'all thought about this one. And as always, thank y'all for tuning in. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. And as always, don't forget to tell the people across the globe. Come kick it with your boy. One good time. Like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to share. And you already know about social media. Hit your boy up right over yonder. And this here's your boy Blaze here saying Chuck the Deuce. And I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.